All right, so now let's link everything together into a sequence that you can practice at home by yourself. All right, so the form, you can start with your feet on the X. All right, start there. So any form, kata, in martial arts is really for you. It's for you to practice. You're not always going to have a person available to be sparring with. So the form is, shadow boxing, if you will. It used to be the default to boredom, right? For me at least. Now everybody's on a phone, but the form is something that you can work out the kinks and the nuances of your skills. So this one is essentially, as I mentioned, the framework of Tai Chi. You need to have this in order to plug it in to anything that you're doing. And this will improve, it just improve your overall experience, whether it be martial arts or some other discipline. So stand on the center of the X. All right. And look down. So the X represents 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles at a 45-degree angle. And as I mentioned before, that's the angle of Tai Chi. Tai Chi's on a 45. Think of a snowplow or anything that of similar 45-degree angle. It collects and dumps over, which is what we just did with this rollback. Right? We collected the energy coming in and we moved it. We dumped it over and then countered forward. So shake it out. Okay. We're going to start with 5 breaths, 5 cleansing breaths, meaning you're going to inhale up, let it wash over your head, down your spine, and then out. Inhale up, and then exhale out. It's like washing over you. Inhale again, exhale down. Again, exhale down, and we'll do one more. I think that's 5, and then exhale. Now, keep your breath out. Don't inhale yet. You're going to step up with your right foot. So you're going to step off the center, and you're going to move up into the space. All right. Now from here, Chin, can you just step back into that? Yeah, just so that Vinny can see. Thank you. Okay, so breathe again. All right, so from here, when you step up, you're holding your breath now. Now you're going to exhale the rest of it and sink into the right leg. So all your weight's going to go into your right side. Right? All is going to the right, and you're going to step out. Now we're opposite, so here, I'll do this. So you sink into the right leg, and then you step out. And your foot will end up probably around there. Again, these weren't measured out perfectly, so put it there. Now you're going to shift, and you're going to adjust your stance. Your feet have to be straight on the train tracks. Okay? And only adjust this foot. Don't adjust this one. Only adjust the foot that went out. Okay, I'll tell you, you'll find out in a minute. Once you're here, feet are straight, your knees, your structure, you'll feel this horse riding stance. This is very important, not only in martial arts, but also for your health, because you have drainage, endocrine, lymph, all kinds of things going on here. So from this, we're going to go into what's called Wu Chi. So Wu Chi is a meditation, especially for the winter, help you get endurance through the cold. And essentially that goes up like this. You inhale and sit down. Elbows come in. Exhale. Now let's do that again. So we go inhale up. And then Wu Chi. So you come up. Elbows come in. And then you kind of press down. Nice and easy. And you'll feel as you sit that this is very strong here. Very strong. You don't want to collapse. You want to keep this open as if you're going to sit down, or if you have a horse, you're sitting on a horse. Yeah. Good. Okay. So now from here, and I'm going to turn around so that we can work this together. Okay. So where are we? We're here. All right. We're here. Everybody's pretty much here with the foot on this side. Correct?
Push.
Push. Okay. So we go Wu Chi one more time. Now we're going to shift to the left and take this foot and slide this back to the circle. As close to the circle as you can get. All right, it may not be, like I said, I didn't measure these out, and everyone's different height. But you want this foot to be relatively in the circle of the X. And all your weight is on the front leg. Now we're going to do the roll back to exercise. Inhale, exhale. Okay? Again, inhale, exhale. This is roll back. This is the exercise we've been doing. So you go down, clap your hands if you want to, come forward. And there's a weight shift. So now your weight's in the front. Now your weight's to the rear. Now your weight's to the front. In the beginning, you want to make sure you do 100% of a weight shift. You got to have all your weight go into the other leg because we're going to change direction here. Okay? All right, so you do roll back and what we call ward off or press forward. Roll back, ward off. Okay, one more time. Now we're going to change direction. So all your weight's in the front. This foot is just going to open and point that way. That's all it does. Now, from here, you're going to go like this. So you exchange your palms, and you're going to shift, and then turn that, open up that way. That's why we put the X's here. All right? And your feet want to be on the heels want to be on the same line. Turn the hip that way. No, go this way. Keep turning, keep turning. You'll feel it in the knee.
Yeah.
So now pivot that foot in. Yeah. Perfect. Pivot that in. Keep this one straight. This one, the front leg's got to be straight. Okay. Now when you come this way, this will feel strong. If you feel any tension on the rear leg, that means that your foot is probably toed out too much. You got to trail it in so that it's going as forward. Yeah, perfect. Okay, feel that? So what did we do? Let's go back. Keep your feet where they are. You're just going to pivot it. So just pivot that so that it's straight. Shift, and then pivot that so it trails. Yeah. That's the best bow stance you've had. And that looks strong. Here. Right? This way. Good. So now we'll do it one more time. So we'll roll back, since we're here. Ward off. Now, as you exchange your hands like this, just pivot that foot. Don't pick it up. Just use the heel, pivot it so it's straight. And now we're going to come across and then trail the back foot in. Trail it, yeah, because you don't want to feel it on your knee. Good. Okay. Now we're going to do roll back again. This way, we do roll back again. Now we're just doing the other side. How's that feel? All right? So now, we want to add a little something in there to change direction. So now we're going to do one more once. Now, we're going to wipe the elbow. Here's the push that we did before. Remember this push? Yeah, this is the push. Okay, one more push. Now as you shift to the rear, your toe comes up. Keep the heel on the ground, and you're going to turn. Drop your hands together, or drop this hand rather. Keep this one where it is. Drop this one. Your leg comes in. Turn until you can see the other X. So you're going to do like this. Remember the pivot we did in the beginning? Now you're going to step out, and you're going to come to here. So you just fan. Yeah. And again, as you turn your hip, let your back foot pivot in so that you don't stress your knee. If you have tension here, bring your foot in. Yeah, perfect. Okay?
Feel line. Now your foot on that line. Yes. Yeah.
Right, so now we're here. So now the next thing is, from here, for you, let me get on this one. Roll back, ward off. Roll back, ward off. One more time. Now we're going to pivot this foot, pointing that way, exchange your palms, and then shift across. And trail, yeah. And roll back. And then roll back. In the beginning, you can do this as many times as you need to until you feel the mechanics of it. Good. All right, do one more. And now we're going to pivot Again, from here. Wipe the elbow, push. Toe comes up, and turn. Come in, look, pivot, look for the other X, the other arm of the X. Stick your foot out there, and then fan. Yeah. And again, then bring your heels up. So you're getting there. Again, have you had any Tai Chi experience?
Kind of.
All right. Yeah. So seeing Tai Chi and feeling it, two different things. Okay. So where are we? So we're here. So now we're going to do roll back again. Press, roll back. You do ward off or press. All right. One more time. Now we're going to pivot the foot. So with my hands, we're going to come across this way. Yep. And roll back. So we're doing roll back and the ward off, or roll back and the press to both the left side and the right side. Then you're going to wipe the elbow and push. Shift back, toe comes up. Yeah, here you got to bring your toe up. Okay, so here's a spot where it could get, you got to shift, bring the toe up, keep the heel down. The foot doesn't move. We're going to touch on that in a minute. Now you turn, shift this over, and then go out on the X. That's why we have the X's on the floor, to kind of keep your feet in line. Good. Okay, let's start again. Let's start from the beginning. So in Tai Chi, if you ever get tangled up or you get lost, go back to the beginning. Everything will stack upon itself. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go together from here, and I'll use this X as reference for you. We won't hit each other, don't worry. All right, so step up with the right foot. Exhale, sink all your weight into the right leg, and you're going to step out. Now, you're going to do, remember grinding the corn? This is grinding the corn. And the idea is to make sure that your stance is wide enough and comfortable enough where you feel strong. Now you're going to go into Wu Chi. Exhale. Now move out of the way. And once all the weight's on this leg, once this leg is loaded, just slide this one back into the middle, or as close to the middle as you can get. Now this leg is going to stay here. This leg doesn't move. But it does, right now it's the rear leg. So it does change from being the rear leg to the front leg. Okay, one more time. Good. Now pivot this. Come across, and then adjust the back. Yeah. Keep going. And you want to square your hips that way. Now, you do roll back this way. And you can do this once, or you can do it 3 times. In the form, we do it once, but to get the practice, we do it like so. And one more time. Good. Now we're going to pivot, and we're going to go this way. And we go here, and we go here. And one more time. Now we're going to wipe the elbow, push, turn, and step out. Interesting. How does that feel?
Looks good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so how does that feel for everybody else?
Good.
Good? So you do your breaths, exhale. After you exhale, hold it, step up. So now you're in the middle there of the triangle. Exhale more, sink all the way down, and slide over. And you got Wu Chi. Move out of the way, leg goes back. And you go here, and you go here. So it's linking the exercises in a sequence that gives you power, and you're rooted to the ground here. You're rooted. But you can see how it repeats. And it's 4 directions, northeast, south, and west. And I do 5 turns. And the reason I do 5 turns is because it sets you up for the longer Tai Chi form. So this, essentially allows, now we're back to the beginning again. All right, but I'd like to do, like I said, I like to do one more once, because then I can go into the long form. Here. So now what we do is we end it. I like to just press it down, roll it out, exhale. Then we do the breathing again. After 5 breaths, in the morning I do 30 breaths. Each round I do 30 breaths to kind of get me energized and pumped. Again, where there's oxygen, there's no disease. So quite often, especially in the morning, if you don't have oxygen, you need to wake yourself up. So that's round 1. Second round, after I exhale, I step up with the left leg. Because now I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go in the other direction. So exhale the rest of it out, sink, and step here. Good. Now go Wu-Chi again. Press. So now I'm going to get out of the way, and the other foot's going to go back into the circle, into the X center. I'm going to do roll back, roll it off. Now I'm going this way. So this gives your body both left and right sides to work on. And yeah, we're just opposite because I'm facing you guys. But this form, because it goes in all 4 directions, you can pretty much be anywhere, and at some point we'll line up. See, it's roll back, it's ward off, roll back, it's a wipe, push, and then this turn, this covers in case anything's coming from that side here. And this roll back can be long, meaning it could be open wide, or you can even pull this in tight. It doesn't matter. Now I'm back to the beginning. See it? See, I'm back to the beginning again. And my foot, my anchor foot, hasn't moved. See, this now is the rear leg. Now it's the front leg. And you can go around as many times as you want. So I could have ended it there, but now I'm just going again. But see, the leg is the rear leg, now it's the front leg. Now it's going to be the rear leg again. Rear leg. Boom. See it? It's the rear leg, now it's the front leg. Now it's the front leg, now it becomes the rear leg, but it stays in the same spot. It's pretty cool, right? So this eliminates people getting tangled up. It eliminates yourself getting tangled, because now you only have one leg moving, and it moves on the X. So that's round 2. And then what I do is I like to finish my morning set with a 3rd round on the left side again. So I'll step again with the right leg, and now I'll do the 4 directions again, going this way. So right here. And then you sit, slide back. And again, it's the rear leg, now it's the front leg. And you can go as fast or slow as you want. In Tai Chi, you typically you learn it in real time, like a baby walking. My babies don't learn how to walk slow. No, they take off. Once they got the balance and the timing, they're off. But you slow it down when you're trying to fine-tune your placement. When you start to work on different things, that's when you slow it down. It's like jogging, and then you start to walk. And walking, you can talk to somebody. If you're running, jogging, running, I'm just trying to survive. Don't be asking me questions while I'm trying to hang on. But slowing down the pace, now we can get some conversation going. We can make some decisions, whatever. So now I'm here, and now I end it. So then after I end, the way that I end my set, and we can all do this later, after break, then what I do is I do the chakra balancing. I like to do that. So I go here, do a big eagle stretch. Do 1, I do 2, I do 3, and then here I go down. I bend the sun salutation, and then I ripple on the way up. I like to get that in. I like to get a good ripple. And then from there, rub the kidney. That feels good. And then maybe I'll do some nice chakra balancing. Just vibrate it up. Just kind of, just nice and easy. Gravity, just let the gravity do it. It's also good because you'll find where you're jiggly. If you're a little jiggly, you need to work some abs, you'll feel it here. Yeah, and that's how we complete the set. So we do the warm-ups with some emphasis on those certain exercises: grinding the corn, the prayer wheel, roll back, and the balancing ones for your feet, and then the form: left, right, left, and the breathing. We'll do the breathing if for anybody who's staying overtime. If you're in the second session, we're going to go through that. We'll practice the breathing. We'll link everything together, and then we'll go outside. So that's kind of that's kind of what we do. And this is the fundamental framework that plugs into every type of Tai Chi that you'll experience. One thing I just wanted to mention is, I think I mentioned this before. The reason I ended here on this side is because now if I was going to go into the larger Tai Chi, then there's a linkage spot there. So you can plug this in because it fits in both directions. Cool. And I think we're right on time. So thank you, everyone.